there were definitely parts of that game, and maybe even through three quarters, where that looked like the team you've been describing that you want to see, especially offensively. And then it unravels in the fourth. So how do you balance? How do you weigh those two parts of the game?
Yeah, I think we got to continue to emphasize the positives from it and improve on the negatives in that fourth. And that we got to do a better job of stopping the bleeding when it's going. And I used most of our timeouts early in the game, and so it kind of affected that down the stretch. We only had one left late. But I think we did about as good a job as you can do defensively in that first half and for parts of that third quarter and executing our defensive game plan. But we got to continue to put together a full 40-minute game.
What did you like about the starting lineup? How did you feel like it went?
I thought it had good moments and some not good moments late. I think that Ariel gave us what she could on the ball, and she didn't turn it over tonight. I think that we asked her to step in and fill a position that she hasn't had a whole lot of familiarity in, but wanted to give another look. And again, still finding that consistency with that starting group. But I thought the effort was there for the majority of the game, and I think that they just wore us down a little bit come that fourth quarter. And obviously Ryan caught a heater, and it was tough to stop that. But I think for the most part, again, we did a good job executing the defensive game plan tonight. We had some moments offensively that we liked, and then some others where we struggled to finish a little bit and to knock down some shots. But some good things to take away and build on, and some others that we can continue to improve on.
What clued you to the idea of putting Atkins at point? You said there was something like, what was it that you had seen that you thought this could work?
Yeah, I think when she was off the ball, we were trying to find ways to get her open looks, and so we just wanted to give her a chance to have the ball in her hands more and see if she can create a little bit on ball screens and things of that nature with the balls in her hands. It doesn't have to be relying on someone else to get it to her. So, but that was kind of our thought process going into it.
We talked earlier about sticking to your system and adjusting. I mean, there looked like there were parts of this that are proof of concept. Mm-hmm. Is there some things you saw today that tell you, wow, this result is not at all what you want? Like, this is on track. There is progress being made.
Yeah, I think you always have to have a bigger picture as a coach, and so you're able to kind of see the little nuances and things and areas of improvement that exist, even when it doesn't necessarily always show in the box score. And so we got to be able to take that and highlight those and show those show those clips to our team and keep them positive and keep them motivated and seeing that there are areas that where we're growing at, and we got to continue to stick with it.
Ariel seemed like she really kind of upped the tempo too for you. Like, it looked more aggressive.
Well, that's what we need from her. We need her to be aggressive attacking the paint, collapsing the defense, and making those reads. We need her aggressive shooting the ball and into the rim and taking open shots. And so, so that's what we're looking for.
She took a beating. It looked like
she did. It was a physical.
How was she at the end of the game?
Yeah, I think she'll be fine. It was a physical game. She's tough. She'll be all right.
Any more person?
Do you think having Ariel at the point kind of like forces her to be aggressive?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's finding that balance on how to be when to be a facilitator and organizer, and then when to be aggressive, finding her own shot. For someone who's as talented of a scorer as she is, it's just finding that balance. So we'll continue to help her out with that, and her teammates have been great. So I think she's on the right course.
With Ryan, like, was it just that she got hot? Because in the first half, you guys shut her down.
Yeah.
Did something change, or she just got hot?
Well, I think a little of both, but I think that mostly, I mean, it's one of the top guards in this league, and so it's tough to stop when she's got it going like that. I thought we did a really good job on her in the first half, and I knew if she were to see one or two go in, then you had to adjust, and she can make you pay on those defensive mistakes, and so. Hats off to her, and she was able to knock them down when they needed to, and give them some life back to get them back in the game. And so, we'll get better.
We've got time for a couple on Zoom. We'll go Kelly and then Jim. Please unmute one apiece, please.
Coach Marsh, now you switch. What areas what are you happy with in terms of growth, and where you like to see y'all continue to grow at?
Yeah, I thought we did again as good a job as you can do executing what our defensive game plan was going into the game, and we went into the half feeling pretty good, but wanted to continue to carry it into the second half. We knew that the way that they shot the ball in the first half wasn't indicative of what kind of shooting team they are and have been this season, and so we wanted to continue to make it tough in the second half, and we were able to do that in spurts. But then again, Ryan kind of kept them back in the game, and so. For us, it's just about putting together a consistent ball game for 40 minutes. And so I thought we did for about 30 minutes tonight. So that's what we'll build off of and continue to improve.
Jim, please unmute.
Hi, Coach. When Ryan was getting hot there, particularly in the fourth sort of quarter, how could you maybe look back and maybe stalled her progress, stalled her a bit better?
Yeah, I think some of it was just we were losing her. We were losing vision of her, and then we made a switch into trapping her off of ball screens or attempting to, and so. But with that kind of player, you got to continue to find her. You got to continue to have vision with her, whether she has the ball or whether she's off the ball. Because if she gets a little bit of space, that's all she needs to get a shot up. And so it's hard to stop tough players like that when they got it going. And so we got to continue to learn from that.
Any more in person? Awesome. Thank you. Players be next.
Recording stopped.
Anyone can start.
You guys.
Recording in progress.
Ariel, point guard, definitely a new role for you, but it looked
For sure.
like you took well to it. What was your mentality stepping into something totally different like that?
Honestly, not try to step outside of myself and lean on my teammates and our staff. We just gotta do what we gotta do right now. And so if that means me running the point, I gotta figure it out.
Your style of point guard based off of just one game here looks very aggressive. It
Okay.
looked like a lot of what
Yeah.
Tyler has been calling for. Do you feel like you brought that energy to the offense? Is that something you're thinking about?
Yeah, I was trying to. I'm not trying to become a point guard. Like, I'm trying to do what we need to do to win games, if that makes sense. I don't think I need to change my mindset about who I am as a player. I'm not going to be Sloop. I can't do that. Can't nobody do that. So I got to be me. I got to be myself within and do what I can to help us win games, whatever that is.
What do you guys think happened with Ryan getting loose? Like in the first half, it felt like you guys shut her down, and then the second half, it felt like she got loose. Like, what do you guys think happened?
Start making shots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She doesn't start hitting them.
Any more person for players?
You look at the offense in stretches, especially the second quarter, it looked like a lot of what you guys have been trying to become. And it's hard to always sustain that, but do you look at that as a glimpse of where things could head here?
Yeah,
We're scoring
always.
inside, scoring outside.
Always. I think everything that we do well, we take heed to it. We're not just going to focus on the negative. We focus on the positive as well, because that's who we are when we are clicking, when we are rolling. That's who we want to be. So 100%, we take that, and it is a glimmer of hope. Yeah.
And lastly, you look like you really took a lot of hits today.
I feel like I take a lot of hits every night.
This one stood out. at
Yeah.
least from
Yeah.
Upstairs. How did you come out of it physically?
I'm all right. We got another one coming up that I got to lock in for.
We'll go to Zoom. Carly, please unmute.
Players, what do you think went wrong in the fourth quarter for you guys defensively?
I would say we should have had done a better job just like containing Ryan. Obviously, we did a good job in the first half, but in the second half, she came out hot and she started hitting them. So we should have tried to fix it earlier.
And then kind of a follow-up on that, the second half just throughout the season has led to some collapses, especially late in games. I know you guys always want to focus on the positives, but what do you feel is the key factor in not being able to close out games here these last 4 or 5 games?
We just got to keep getting better. I mean, honestly, we figured out how to have a good 2 quarters. Today, I feel like we had a better third quarter. Our third quarters have been tough. So now we got to have a good fourth quarter. Like, we just got to keep pressing. I mean, I know y'all probably tired of the same answers, but it truly is what it is. We just have to keep pressing and continue to get better, because we will put them all together. But basketball, is a game of 4 quarters, and you got to be able to play all 4 in order to get a win. So we have to put them all together.
Last 2 questions, one apiece, please, on Zoom. We'll go Kelly and then Jim.
Ladies, it's Kelly from W Swiss. What can y'all build off of that second quarter to play a complete game for 4 quarters?
Just think our offense playing inside outside. I think we're good when we lock into playing to our strengths. We got Mill and A down low that like to bang, being able to get them the ball where they want the ball so that they can finish. Mill did a phenomenal job at finishing tonight. So when we see stuff like that, we got to ride it out. Rach came in, she got hot. So, when you see players like that putting in the work, we got to continue to feed them. But I think we played to our strengths tonight. You saw a couple of things that we did well, and we tried to continue to press those things within the game.
Lastly, we'll go to Jim.
Camilla, on the battle of the bigs there tonight, we know how imposing the dreams big are of Brittany and Brianna, but keeping to Brittany and Brianna to under 20 points combined there tonight, do you look at that as a success given how imposing they are?
I think that's something we emphasized on pregame. Like, just we know they have amazing bigs, so we knew we had to contain them and just stop them. And I think we did a great job tonight, and we just got to keep getting better and better.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.